This is for Year 12 methods. It's number 3 out of 3D to do a transformation. Sketch the image of the graph under the following sequence of transformations. Okay, so I'm going to do bit by bit by bit. So my first one, so I'll put an axis underneath. It's a reflection in the y-axis, therefore this point here, which is at 4, will go over to -4. This point which is here at 0 will stay at 0. This point which is here at 2 and 3 will go to -2 and 3, and this asymptote, which is x equals -2, will become an asymptote at x equals 2. And we should end up with a curve that looks like that, a reflection over the y-axis. Beautiful. Translation: 2 units negative in the x is left and 3 units down. So 2 units left and 3 units down. 2 units left and 3 units down. My asymptote moves 2 units left, so my asymptote will be now down here at x equals 2. At x equals 0. This point here will go over to -2 and then down to -3, because it's 2 units left and 3 units down. This point here, which is at -2, 3, will go over to -4 and come down here to -4, 0. This point here, which is -4, 0, will go to -6 and down. So I end up with a curve that looks like this, and my asymptote moves down to y equals -3. So every point is being moved over 2 and down 3, over 2 and down 3, over 2 and down 3, including the asymptote. So I've got 2 asymptotes. They're now at x equals 0 and y equals -3. And lastly, the last transformation is the dilation factor from the y-axis. Therefore, that's a stretch in that direction. So if I draw my axis, my asymptote at y equals -3 won't change because it's a stretch leftways. This point here, which is at -2, will go to -4. This point here, which is -4, will go to -8. This point here, which is -6, will go to -12. So this turning point here will be at -4 and -3. That will be an x-intercept at -8. So I'll have a curve that will look like, and go through there, at -12 and -3. And that will be -4, -3. That will be -8, 0. That point there will be -12, -3. Asymptote at x equals 0. That didn't change because I stretched away from the y-axis.